Hi guys, it's Steph here. Welcome to another reading vlog. I haven't done one of these for a little while because, you know, life has been absolutely crazy. So I can't remember how much I've updated in terms of what's going on. Basically, we're all back on site now with the kids. So lockdown has ended here in Victoria and my hair is all over the place. I've just had a shower. And honestly, today has been the worst week that I can possibly think of in terms of return to work. So if I seem a little bit flat, that's why. But I wanted to do the reading vlog because I wanted to read some things that I was really excited about this weekend. So we're going to see how I go because not only am I feeling really flat, but I also have to write reports this weekend. And I'm not entirely certain how that's going to go. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. My mum is currently recovering in hospital from back surgery. She's doing well, and she should hopefully be out in the next, 3 or 4 days, fingers crossed, everything going well. But yeah, it has just been one of those weeks. I am really excited about this reading vlog, and I'm so very grateful to Megan from Meowth Vader who has picked some books for me to read. So if you've been following on my channel, you will know Megan. She's one of the co-hosts of the Kate Daniels read along, and I adore her. She is absolutely beautiful, and to be perfectly honest, it's absolutely perfect timing to start this because she told me she was sending me something for my birthday, which was in September, and it just takes a very long time for things to get here. But she made me something and it arrived today, and it was just perfect timing for this video. So I decided that I will do the vlog, and if it takes a couple of extra days, it takes a couple of extra days. Megan sent me this lovely card, and inside it she has one of her gorgeous little Meowth Vader vinyl stickers, which I adore. So I will leave all of her details down below. Obviously she picked the books for this video, but what she made me is a bookmark, and this is the bookmark. It says romance, and it's a little beaded bookmark. I love it, and it's gorgeous, and it's made my day. Honestly, this has been the worst day ever, and this totally made everything better. The other thing I was going to do, I've got a whole stack of mail that's arrived in the last couple of days, and I thought I would do a bit of a show and tell, just because I haven't even had time to look through things properly. Like I took everything out of boxes and packages and whatnot, but I haven't actually processed the fact that these things have arrived. So I'm going to do that. But before we do, because this is Megan's video, I want to let you know the things that I'm going to be reading. All right, so she picked 5 things for me. 2 of them are either a comic or a manga, so they're a little bit shorter and a bit faster to read. So I have something else that I want to try and read tonight that's not on this list, but I'm hoping to get one or both of these more graphic style stories read as well tonight. So she recommended book 1 in the Check Please series, which is a hockey graphic novel, which I think is Ngozi Ukazu is the author, and also the first volume of Sweat and Soap, which I have been meaning to read, but I haven't started yet. And I know that everyone loves this, and I'm very much looking forward to starting it. And then she gave me 3 novels. So the first one is The Main Event by Shelley Laurenston. I know this name because I'm pretty sure that this is the author that does the Hot and Badgered series, which I have also been meaning to start that. But since Megan recommended this one, I'm really excited to give this a shot and try out this author. She also recommended How to Date Your Dragon. This one is by Molly Harper. I don't know anything about this one. I'm really eager to try it because I have been slightly getting into dragon books. So I'm assuming this is sort of maybe a paranormal dragon shifter type story. And then she also recommended Dark Planet? Oh my gosh. Words. Dark Planet Warriors by Anna Carvin. I am looking on my iPad because I had originally had my friends choose my TBR page in October, and I thought very optimistically that I would get there, but I didn't. So I have to transfer this over into November's spread, but that's why I'm looking down, because my brain is fried. So I'm going to be starting those books a little bit later tonight once I sort of recover my brain. But I got some really exciting mail this week. So there was a whole stack of picture books that I had ordered that I was waiting to arrive. So a lot of those came in. I also got my UK copy of Archangel's Light, which I have read. I haven't read it in here. I read it in the ebook form, but I have the US mass market and the UK trade back, and I actually really adored this book, and I will talk about that in a different video, but I really enjoyed it. I also got some review copy books. So one of them, I can't remember if I requested this. It would be something that I would request, but I'm not entirely certain that no, I must have requested it. I'll have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure I would have requested it if I'd seen it. And it is The Dark Hours by Michael Connelly. So this is a Renee Ballard and Harry Bosch thriller, and I have been reading this series. So I actually started Michael Connelly when the Renee Ballard series started. So that was his new one a few years back. And she is a female LAPD detective, and she had one story and now he's writing it in a team up with Harry Bosch, who is his long-running series. And I really enjoy this because Harry Bosch investigates cold cases, I believe, and Renee is on current cases, and they team up when their paths cross. So I really like this series. It's been a while since I read it. This one comes out on the 9th of November, which it's under embargo, but this video is not going up until the 9th of November, so I'm okay to talk about it. The next one I did request, it doesn't say on its little sell sheet whether it's under embargo, so if it doesn't say the word embargo, then I'm okay to talk about it. It comes out on the 30th of November. It is Kill Your Brother by Jack Heath. Jack Heath is an Australian thriller writer, and I do really like his books. He also writes middle grade thrillers as well, which is how I came to his books. And then, no, did I come to him through the middle grades? No, I think I came to it through his adult series and then found out that he had middle grade books and then read them, and then got a whole stack of middle grade classes at school to read them because he does some fantastic things. He writes very fast-paced books, so I'm looking forward to this. The other really cool thing is this little media pack that came in for a book that I've actually already reviewed. You guys will have seen it. It's The Astonishing Chronicles of Oscar from Elsewhere. So there's this cute little promo chocolate, which I love. It's amazing. So this is book 4 in the Kingdom and Empire series. It came with this little thing, which I'll show you in a minute because it's part of the actual series. So there is a little piece of paper that says, if you look into this mirror and truly see yourself, you will reach another world. Because the way that the main character in this series reaches the Kingdoms and Empires world is through looking through a mirror. So that's why they sent us a mirror. So we got a little mirror. Yay! There we go. Oh, look, there's the camera sitting on a pile of books. Also in here is a whole stack of little silver keys of all different sizes and shapes, because in this book the main characters go hunting for keys. So I thought this was just super cute. Like, I very rarely get packs like this that are promo packs for books, and this book came out last week when by the time this video goes up, so you'll have seen me review it. And I did have a lot of fun with it. And so they also sent me a second copy of the book, which is lovely because I've given the first 3 books in this series to a colleague of mine at work who is reading them with her kids and also her class. So now that I have 2 copies, I can give her a copy and also keep one for myself, which is amazing. So I'm very spoiled because I didn't know that I was going to get 2 copies of these things. Anyway, I did say they were picture books. I know, sorry guys, this is like I'm hauling things left, right and center, but I was excited this week. I need good things to happen. So I went through and I was buying a whole stack of things, filling a couple of diversity gaps, and also just some new things that I'd seen that I was really interested in. So there is Suri's Wall by Lucy Estella and Matt Otley. This is absolutely gorgeous and heartbreaking. It's just one of those books, but I'm going to do another picture book wrap up very soon, so I'm going to keep these in there. There is The Painted Ponies by Alison Lester. Alison Lester is a very famous Australian picture book author illustrator. There is Luke's Way of Looking by Nadia Whitley and Matt Otley. This book was just gorgeous and I couldn't pass it up. It is by Joseph Coelho and Alison Colpoys. It is My Beautiful Voice, and again, celebrating difference, being confident in yourself. I have had a quick flick through this. I haven't read it the whole way through yet, but I can't wait to unpack it. And Alison Colpoys did the illustrations on 2 books that I recommended last month, All the Ways to Be Smart and Under the Love Umbrella. So I love her illustration style. It's just so beautiful and whimsical and bright and colourful and eye-catching. And then this one I haven't even opened yet because it's still sealed in packaging. It is a new Oliver Jeffers book, I believe. There's a Ghost in This House, and it has a what do we call it? I can't even remember. The dust jacket on this one is that transparency thing and has little cutouts in it. So I'm looking forward to diving into this one and seeing what it's about because I love Oliver Jeffers. And the very last thing that I got was my Teacher Collective box for this month. So this is the first time that I purchased this one, and it is an Australian-based teacher subscription service, and it's very cute. So it just came in a mailing bag, so it's super simple, which totally fine with me. The first thing in there was, I think this is a planner. This is by Miss Amanda Kate. Look, it's bright and colourful. It's totally my kind of thing. Oh, no, it's not a planner. Amazing. Okay, it is a grade book. That's so cool. Because anyone who knows me, my go-to style is quite literally running around my classroom with a million clipboards with a million different checklists on it, which is fine because it means I can grab and go. But to have an assessment book, and it's so pretty and colorful, that's amazing. There is also a candle from Coco Bella, which this one is the Japanese honeysuckle. Good thing about teacher boxes is they always give you stamps. So this one has a sun, the grass, and the roots, which I think you could possibly use for handwriting, but could also just be a really nice generic stamp. There's also a discount for a personalized lanyard from Mac and Beads, which is really nice. And then kind of the big item is a personalized apron, which I will totally wear in the classroom because it has my name on it. All right, that's my show and tell. We've been on here for a while. I suppose I should get to doing some reading. Okay, so you can tell Melbourne is well and truly out of lockdown because there's live music playing across the street and it's really loud and I just want to read. Sorry, this camera is going in and out of focus. I don't know what I can do about it. Anyway, I just finished the book I wanted to read tonight, which was Queen by Katie Robert, because I got a Patreon early release of it. So I finished that, so now I am hopefully going to read Check Please or Sweat and Soap. Haven't decided yet. But yes, that's where I am at this point in time. Alright, so I just finished Check Please. I do not know if you can hear that noise. It is so loud. It was super adorable. It was very, very sweet. So it is about Eric, who is starting at college and he is playing ice hockey, and he was formerly a figure skater. And he is just this delightful little ray of sunshine, cinnamon roll of a character. He's totally adorable. It follows him through, I think, 2 or 3 years at college, how he gets on with his teammates, how he learns to cope with playing ice hockey because he hates being checked, which I do know that term. I don't know very many hockey terms, but I do know that term. And I have actually seen an ice hockey game when I was in Canada many years ago. So I do actually have a frame of reference for this, aside from just, you know, seeing things on TV, which is kind of cool. Anyway, he's joined the team and it's just how he gets along with everyone. He is queer and he does come out to his teammates and they're all very accepting. And then at the very end of this issue, or this volume or book or whatever you want to call it, he does, you know, get a kiss from his crush, and it is so sweet and so adorable. I loved it. Good morning, guys. It's 7:30 on Saturday and I was supposed to go to Pilates class at 8 o'clock, but I woke up, and you know when you just wake up and the thought of something is just so overwhelming. I have to write reports today, and I generally have a pretty healthy view on writing reports. It's part of my job, but after this last week it actually just feels like the worst kind of burden. So even though I should probably go to Pilates, I'm not. I'm going to try and knock out as much as I can of my reports today. I'll probably still have to do a little bit tomorrow, but I do not want this hanging over my head because I need time to actually just stop and breathe. And if I don't start them this weekend, I'm going to be so behind, and even that thought is just overwhelming. So we're going to knock those out, and I sound like I'm half asleep because I still am. And then hopefully this afternoon I will be able to do some other things like read some books. I'm really looking forward to reading the other picks that Megan had for me, so I really, really want to get those done. So that is my goal. That is going to be my reward, is finishing reports and then just reading. I mean, I have other things to do, like put away my Halloween decorations and clean my room and put away all the clothes that are currently piled on the floor. My goal, honestly, is just knock out reports and read, because that's what I need at this point in time. Okay, so it's now just after 9:15 and I have written all of my general comments. So with our reports here, we write a general comment, we write a English and a maths comment, and we also have progression points and things, checkboxes and stuff that we use. And we obviously have modified reports because of the remote learning period, but not that modified. They think they modified it to make it easier on us, but they really didn't. I think they've actually made it harder. But that's my own opinion, and we will not get into the specifics of that. But I've done one section, so one section down, 2 to go. I'm going to start on English comments. I've already had some breakfast, like not a proper breakfast. I literally just scrambled some eggs. I didn't have them with anything because I don't have anything else here. But at the end of writing the English comments, I'm going to duck across the road and buy donuts. Donuts will also be my reward. Donuts and books. Clearly I'm a classy adult. Okay, so reports are done, and again, Australia Post is still delivering on Saturdays, so I have this giant ass box that has the rest of the picture books that I ordered. So I thought I would unbox it. This is going to be awkward. Okay. So the first book is The First Scientists, Deadly Inventions and Innovations by Australia's First Peoples by Corrie Tutt. I am very excited to read this. I forgot that I had ordered this, but this is a junior fiction by Melissa Keel called Barclay Mansion and the Weirdest Guest. So this will be exciting. This might actually be something fun to read with the kids before the end of the year. There is Elfie's Big Wish by David Hardy. There is Want to Play Trucks by Anne Stott and illustrated by Bob Graham. There is Azaria, A True History. We're still going. There is Maddie's First Day by Penny Matthews and Liz Anelli. And lucky last, there is Jandamara by Mark Greenwood and Terry Denton. So I have not quite decided how I'm going to fit any of these into the classroom because my classroom book collection is a giant mess at the moment. So there's definitely going to have to be a recent picture books read coming soon. Okay, so I have had success with cutting up my vinyl on my Cricut, which is like the first time I've done it. So I'm super excited. I've got all the kids' names, I've got my transfer tape, and I'm going to be making little personalized notebooks, and these are going to be their writer's notebooks. So I'm going to put their name on the front. I'm just going to keep it super simple. Name on the front, and then later on I'm going to type up a message and then personalize it for inside the journal, which is just encouraging them to keep writing and to be lifelong writers. So that is my plan. All right, so my first Cricut project is done. So these are the notebooks for the kids. I can't remember if I showed you a video of stickers actually being added. So this is Charlie's one. And we've started using writer's notebooks this year. A bit hard when they didn't get to take them home for remote learning because we didn't know that we were going into extended lockdown. But I thought they could have these. The notebooks themselves are from Kmart. I just used one sheet of the black vinyl. It fit everyone's names. I think they're a good size. I also have a packet of pencils, like coloured pencils, and I've just ordered some personalised grey lead pencils as well that I'm going to add. So they'll get coloured pencils, a grey lead and a notebook, and that's their Christmas present. So I'm feeling rather proud of myself. I'm sure you can hear the neighbours because they're loud, but I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I was kind of nervous that I was going to stuff something up because I only had one sheet of black vinyl because I bought myself a sampler pack of 12 sheets of different colours. So I've got plenty of colours to play with for other things, and I've got my Romance Booktuber Christmas exchange that I've got to mail off this week. I'm just waiting for a book to arrive hopefully on Monday, and I'm thinking I might make some stickers, maybe. Anyway, I think, because I haven't done any reading today, aside from reports, I'm going to read Sweat and Soap and then maybe jump into one of the novels. I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm quite headachy today, but I think that's just stress and anxiety. So I just want to read, and then I might tackle some more cleaning a little bit later. But for now, I'm not going to stress myself out because I don't think that's worth it. So I finished reading Sweat and Soap Volume 1, and I have kind of conflicted feelings about it. Like, I really liked it. I did really, really enjoy it. Kind of weird, but kind of fun. So it is an office romance between Asako, who is very insecure, and that's because she sweats a lot, and so she uses a lot of the products. So she works in the finance department for a company that makes soap. And then one day while at work, she is basically accosted by one of the head designers of scents, and he just can't stop smelling her. And that's where I mean that it's kind of weird, because he just literally follows after her and, you know, won't take no for an answer. other than that, it was actually very sweet because even though she's very insecure, Natori is very good with her and he is so sweet. Yes, so that was enjoyable. And I'm going to pick up another book, but I've got to decide what it is that I want to do for dinner. I might have to duck to the supermarket. I don't particularly want to leave the apartment, but I might have to. So I've got to figure out some of my life. Alright, so I've been to the shops. I have grabbed things to make dinner, which I'll do very soon. I'm just going to spend about 10 more minutes reading. I've started How to Date Your Dragon, and I have to say I am smiling and enjoying this a lot so far, and I'm only like 5 pages in. So the main female protagonist of the story is Gillian, and she works for something called, well, I've forgotten the full name, but it's a league that studies, I suppose, supernatural creatures. So far we've already had mentions of malevolent dolphin shifters and a researcher being stabbed by a unicorn horn. So I think I'm going to enjoy this one. Gillian has just arrived in a town called Mystic Bayou and she is there to replace the researcher who got stabbed by a unicorn horn. I suppose I'll find out what's going on soon. So my stove is an absolute mess that I need to clean, but I am going to make a noodle soup. So I've got some just roughly chopped spinach, I have some rump steak, some bean sprouts, my vermicelli noodles are just cooking, they've probably got another 2 or 3 minutes to go, and I'm making my own chicken broth. So normally I would buy the carton, but I couldn't be bothered and I had chicken stock cubes, so I added a couple of those, some water, some cloves, and star anise, some black peppercorns, a little bit of salt, and that's pretty much how I make it. And I know I have shared this before, who knows when. It's kind of my go-to comfort noodle kind of meal, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. I haven't had it for a while, and since it's rainy and grey outside, it seems kind of perfect, even though it's not super cold, but I don't mind. But I've got to clean the rest of the kitchen up before I put this together. Alright, so I am just under 65% of the way through How to Date Your Dragon, and I am loving this. It is so funny. It is very much a paranormal romantic comedy, but it has very cozy mystery vibes to it as well, which I love. It's been a while since I read a proper cozy mystery though, so maybe I'm just imagining that. But anyway, Gillian is in this small town. Oh my gosh, why is my phone going off? What the? Okay. So Gillian is in this small town. She's there because she is an anthropologist. She is human. She is studying a town that is basically made up of mostly supernatural creatures, and they're all different. So she's sort of studying the melting pot of this community. She's been invited there by the mayor, and he is a bear shifter, and the sheriff of the town is a dragon shifter named Bale, and he doesn't want her in town at all, except then he starts to fall for her, and it is glorious. I am just having so much fun. It is so funny. There are so many one-liners. It's great. So I just finished How to Date Your Dragon and I loved it. It was really fun and funny, and I was highlighting so many different things while I was reading it. It just got that banter that I really love. So I'm very excited that I read it, and I will probably be continuing this series at some point because I need this light-hearted paranormalness in my life. You know, I get it from Juliet Cross. Now I can add Molly Harper to the list, and I am thrilled, just thrilled. I really like Gillian. She is very no nonsense, and you know, she's fairly isolated. She does have friends, but she's not close with her family, and you know, her work is everything, and you know, I can relate. That's kind of me, except I am close with my family. Yeah, just seeing her come into this place, and then there's some things that happen in the last little part of the book which are really cool. It's hinted at the whole way through the story as well, so you get it, and I loved it. It was fun. Also, Bale is adorable. He is just a grumpy dragon shifter who likes to take care of and look after his treasure hoard. So I had a great time reading that. I was thinking about starting another book, but it's 10 o'clock and I still need to do my notes for filming tomorrow, so that is the plan. I'm going to type up all of those notes, probably pop something on the TV just in the background, and then I want to film really early tomorrow morning. Once I get filming done tomorrow, I want to sort of ferry some stuff across to work to just start clearing more of this stuff from remote learning back into the classroom. It's just doing my head in that it's sitting here. Hi guys, happy Sunday. I just realized it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I have not yet picked up this vlogging camera yet today. So that's where we are. This morning I did film my books beside my bed video. I've also uploaded a journal flip through, which should already be up by the time this video goes live. So if it is, I'll leave it linked on the screen. And then I was looking around and I got so sick of seeing all of the stuff that I brought home for remote learning that I had to do a trip up to school. And when I went up there, I was just sort of shuffling things around and dropping things off in different places in the school and realized my boss was there. So I went in and said hi and ended up having a chat to him for about half an hour, which I feel really bad about because he's got a lot of work to do. But we're talking about some school stuff and just sort of clarifying things because it's there's a few things going on. I think I might have mentioned somewhere we're in the process of recruiting as well. So it's just been a really big couple of weeks in terms of workload. So anyway, I finished that and I've just stuck to the supermarket to get a couple of things that I can have for the week, just some yogurt and bits and pieces. And now I'm going to attempt to start reading, gosh, what's it called? Dark Planet Warriors by Anna Carvin. So sci-fi romance. And I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to do that for a little while and then see if I need to take a break and do some other things. Hi guys, so it's now just after 5. I am about 30% of the way through the book and I'm really enjoying it. I had to stop though because my cousin came over. She needed me to certify some documents and she came over with my aunt and we were just having a chat. A little bit about the book. It is set on a human mining colony in space. Abby's there. She's sort of a tech who keeps the air filtration system running. She's having a coffee with a friend and they notice that this alien ship comes in and it is in need of repairs, and it is from a race that is known to be quite violent, that takes over other races and basically acquires as much space and power as they need. They watch a standoff and then she goes back to work, and it's while she's working that she meets the general of this alien race, and his name is Tarek, I think. And she stands up to him. She's a real firecracker. I love her. And he's not quite sure what to do with her. But anyway, he goes over, he ends up taking control of the station, and as it turns out that an alien race that his people were fighting has managed to hide out on his ship and now infects the mining station, which is not good. So he now can't leave until the situation has been taken care of. And Abby is injured, sort of in the fallout of this, and he decides, against his better judgment and really against the wishes of his people, to take her back to his home planet where she can receive better medical treatment in order to heal properly. So that's where we are. And the whole time, at the moment, she's currently floating in a healing tank, which is a healing tank. But in my head, like, this is how much Star Wars has indoctrinated me from a very young age. All I can think of is Bacta tank. It's a Bacta tank. She's floating in gel and they're keeping her, you know, healthy and from dying. So it's a Bacta tank. But no one ever calls that because that's Star Wars. There we go. There's a weirdo fact about me and my Star Wars obsession. I'm going to try and read for another 25 minutes or so, and then I'm going to jump in the shower and start getting dinner ready, I think. Okay, so I just finished Dark Planet Warriors and I really enjoyed that. It was just so fun. And I forget what I said in the last update, but anyway, Abby and Tarek are basically in Tarek's homeworld. They don't treat humans very well, and Tarek basically makes himself a target. So even though he's the general and everyone fears him, the sort of ruling class of his race are not very happy. But they do discover that Cordolians are compatible with humans, and since they have a female shortage, they're very intrigued by humans. Anyway, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I will probably definitely be continuing the series because it was just very easy to read and enjoyable. Did I just acquire 4 more of Anna Carvin's books in that same series? Yes. Yes, I did. But apparently there's 2 reading orders. There's her release order and there's also the chronological order. So I've downloaded the chronological order ones because I think that's going to make more sense to me. I need to find the next book that I'm reading, which is The Main Event by Shelley Lawrenston. Now it is 400 pages and I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to read that tonight, but I want to at least read for another hour and then maybe attempt to sort out things because I just realised I probably haven't finished my planning for this week. It's a bit naughty of me, but it's been that kind of week. Also, I just realised I'm out of the classroom for 3 days this week and I'm going to have to plan for lots of CRTs. Friday at least I don't have to worry about a CRT because the teacher who's in there is the teacher who's normally in there on Fridays. But Wednesday, Thursday, they're going to have 2 different CRTs. So I'm going to need to figure out what I want them to do. Hi guys, happy Monday afternoon. I have finished work and I've also just been back to my first PT session for, well, since lockdown ended. So I did my strength training and surprisingly I did not have to go back too far in terms of weights that I was using, a little bit but not significantly, so that was good, but I'm probably gonna be really sore tomorrow. Anyway, before I jump in the shower, I thought I would share some mail that came in today. The first thing being I bought myself a physical copy of I Married a Birdman because this is my favorite one from the series, and also I was feeling pretty ordinary over the weekend, so I went on a little click happy spree. So that one came from Amazon. Then I bought myself a little Pandora ring, and this one was a bit of a guessing game because I couldn't remember my size. And so I bought one and it fits my little finger, which is totally fine because I don't really have any rings that fit my little finger. So this is the ring. It is the Beauty and the Beast rose ring and it's super pretty and I love it. And then finally my Teach It Co box arrived, and this is a teaching subscription. It's quarterly and I love this one as well. Let's do it this way, shall we? And look, for once I have not opened something. So there's a $10 off pop sockets thing, which is cool. There is the little card. First thing in here are some personalized stickers. These ones are sushi themed. There are some gorgeous earrings made by Emily. So there is a pop socket, and now I have never used one of these, but I'm thinking I'm going to put this on my Kindle since I know so many people do. My Kindle currently has a case on it, but I might take the case off and give this a shot. Fluff. Oh, I think this is like fairy floss. There is a scrunchie. This is a very lovely color. I think I have a mask that matches this, so I can be matchy. Then there is a little stamp that says Miss Galvin says you're on a roll. So it's matching the sushi themed stickers. Ooh, new pens. So some neon Tri-Plus fine liners. Lucky last is a 2022 planner. Okay, so I have taken the plastic off. So this is by Fox and Farrow. It is an academic planner. This is good. Yep. And it's a week to a page. Oh, this is cool. This might actually be super handy for work. Awesome. It does have 6 periods, which is what we have. Cool. Looks like this might be the work planner for next year. Alright, so I forgot to film dinner because I ended up talking to Mum. She's just come home from the hospital and I basically had to eat and chat, and I just didn't have time to stop and grab the camera because it can't be rude, so I was on the phone with her for about 40 minutes. I have cleaned the kitchen and now I'm going to keep reading The Main Event, which I realized I never updated you on last night. I did start reading it. It is 400 pages, so I got about 30% of the way in last night, and it is a shifter romance. Mason, or Mace, is a lion shifter. He is originally from New York, from quite a prominent family pack, and he is an ex-Navy SEAL, and so he has come back to town and he is hunting out his mate, someone he knew in childhood, so it's kind of childhood friends to lovers in this book. She is a former Marine and she is currently a New York detective, and yeah, it's really interesting so far. It's quite funny, lots of laugh out loud moments, lots of steamy scenes in the first 30%, and I'm just going to keep reading it. As it turns out, this book has 2 novella length type stories in it, which is why everything was happening so quickly in the first book. So I just finished the first one, which is called Christmas Pride. So it is a Christmas story. So that one is about Mason and Desiree. And now I've just started Shaw's Tale. So we'll find out what this one's going to be like. Hi guys. So it's like days later and I have forgotten to wrap up this vlog. So I'm going to do it now. It's this week. I feel like I'm doing that all the time at the moment, but man, this week has been a doozy. I did finish all of the books from Megan's list. I'm really, really pleased. So there were 5 things altogether. There was 1 graphic novel, 1 manga, 1 novella anthology, well, not an anthology, 1 novella collection, and then 2 novels. In terms of genre breakdown, some contemporary romance, some paranormal romance, and sci-fi romance, and I really enjoyed myself. There was, how many pages? Oh my god. I think there was just under 1,400 pages, so like 1,395 maybe, if I'm remembering correctly, because who knows at this point. I did really enjoy them. I thoroughly enjoyed myself with everything that I read. But I think my 2 favorites of the week, things that I'm really keen to continue, were Dark Planet Warrior by Anna Craven. Anna Craven? Yes. And also How to Date Your Dragon by Molly Harper, which they were just so fun and entertaining, and I just really, really enjoyed myself. I think I was really in the mood for some entertaining sci-fi romance or entertaining paranormal romance, and How to Date Your Dragon really felt like a cozy mystery type of paranormal romance as well, which was just lovely. Yeah, that's it. That's my wrap up. Thank you very much to Megan for choosing some books for me. She is awesome, and I love her to pieces, so I was really grateful that she picked some books for me. As I said at the start of the video, I will leave all of her details down below so you can go and follow her. And in the comments, I would love to know if you have read any of these books or if you have plans to pick any of them up. If you want to let me know that you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a dragon emoji. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.